Yep.
Alright, let's do it. Here we go, ladies and gents. Game number 1 on Ride of Valkyries. Alright, here we go.
Oh, it's a Terminator's Zerg. That's perfect.
Nice. Well, at the bottom left, as the green Terran, we do have nG.glio, aka Glio Bird. And at the bottom right is the orange Zerg, we have sidestepking. Alright, slightly different name than...
I know the name sidestepking. I've definitely played that person in ladder, I think.
Oh, really? Okay, so he must be a decent player then.
It might have been D ranks also. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, but...
Nice, nice. Well, I guess we shall see. Sidestep King, that's an interesting name. You don't really do much sidestepping in Brood War, but...
Yeah, I guess he's a fighting game player. Like,
hopefully he has some like insane micro or something that we can see. See some fighting game level Zerglings. That'd be pretty epic.
Yeah, it's like dodging marine bullets. Firebed bullets you can kind of dodge. So.
If you have like speedlings, can you actually deliberately micro around firebat shots? There's no way. Can you?
Well, I wouldn't say deliberately, but they're not all going to hit you equally hard.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I'm not sure exactly how the damage math works for firebat shots, but they don't all hit equally hard.
Huh.
Sometimes they also deal like double damage or something.
I had no idea. What? This is like a randomized damage?
It's like if they fire from a particular angle, but this is one of those areas of Brood where I think hasn't been mapped out completely, because it's not that relevant and impossible to...
So it's like, on average, firebats do like the correct amount of damage, but for individual shots they might miss or they might do double damage. That's so weird. I had no idea. That's awesome, actually. Holy moly.
I mean, it's kind of like the lurkers with the dealing double damage in the final shot if they are killed.
What? They do?
Yeah. Like, it's funny because if a lurker shoots right as it's being killed, then that lurker spine is going to deal double damage. It's probably going to be the reason why a lot of Terran players have been like, well, kind of confused by how their marines ended up dying from one shot.
Oh my god, there's no... Are you just like making this up?
Like, the things, I think this is something people only realized after the game and lurkers had been in existence for 10 years or whatever. So it takes a while to...
This is something I have not realized until just now. That you have enlightened me. You have
helped.
Oh my god, you have just like opened my eyes to Brood War. I don't even know what game I'm watching anymore. My mind is completely blown. I had no idea. That's amazing. Wow.
Like 1 minute.
I told you guys, the legendary TOT Ariador is already blowing our minds on the stream in the very first game. Look, it's not only me. It's like Tupacalypse had no idea. Atanis had no idea. This is amazing. This is amazing. I'm gonna have to go and test this in a game now. This is so cool. Alright, anyway, in this game we had a 12 hatch opening, 12 hatch into 3 hatch, probably Muta here from the Zerg player, and I'm pretty sure this is just normal 1x expand from the Terran, so nothing too crazy that has been going on while we had these revelations about the game. Apparently Big Fan says it's common knowledge. Apparently it's some people's common knowledge, and...
Well, common knowledge always depends on your definition of common.
It's true. It's true.
It might as well be defined as esoteric knowledge, and so can an SCV mining 8 minerals per.
That's true. I mean, to be fair, I'm not a Terran or a Zerg player, so Lurkers dealing double damage has minimal effect on me. Probably.
Yeah, and it's like you normally only notice it when it's about them killing a marine on the first shot.
Exactly, but like a lurker dealing double damage doesn't really make that much of a difference against Protoss units anyway, because we're OP, so it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. Alright, got the lair on the way, got a couple of links checking out what's going on here. Oh, you know what, I'm just going to quickly reveal the map for anyone who doesn't know what Ride of Valkyries looks like. So, basically it's a 2-player map. You can see they sort of spawn both on the bottom side, and there's like this island between them, and then you got various bases sort of running around the top side of the map. So that's roughly what that looks like.
Yeah, I think it's a funny map because it's one of the few maps where you don't have players starting in opposite corners.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
At least for 2-player maps.
I was actually trying to think of any other map that's like this, where you're not in opposite corners.
I know of maps, but I can't remember the names. But I definitely know that you had this kind of funny map with a lot of those minerals you can mine through or jump over. Blitz or something?
Oh my god, I don't... I vaguely recall that map name, but I can't really recall it.
Yeah,
it's like way too old.
Like for me, it was from a period of time where I wasn't really playing.
Okay.
So I remember kind of coming back after not having played for almost a year, and then that's the map people want to play on. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Bakview says it was Blitz X, so you're correct.
Yeah,
nice.
I think that is correct.
Nice. Alright, let's see, what do we got going on here? We got +1 on the way, 4 racks going on, so nG.glio gonna put on some heavy marine pressure here. He does have a fairly straight path to the Zerg base. It's also sort of fairly narrow. I mean, it's on a low ground here below this ramp, but not too difficult for him to move over.
As far as I can see, this is gearing up to be a very ordinary opening from both players.
Indeed, indeed.
Fairly nice drone counts. Gonna get 9 Mutalisks when the Spire finishes.
I think this positioning makes 3H Muta pretty nice though, because the Marines obviously have to walk sort of around this air-only area at the 6 o'clock, and so the Mutas can very easily like go and harass the natural and then come back and harass the Marines from this wall, like this cliff wall.
Yeah, I also think that it's difficult to defend the natural. That kind of showcases how old the map is, I think, because I've observed a trend where more recent maps take into account how good Zerg players at the top level are at Muta harassing.
Yep. Actually, I remember several maps even had like started off having pretty difficult naturals to deal with. And hold that thought, a Zergling run by into the main base. Oh, but the one Marine actually doing a lot of damage. Wow, 3 kills on that one Marine. Meanwhile, though, the Mutas going into the natural. The first turret does fall. Only one turret in the back.
The turret's also counterattacking, so you should watch the Zerg's natural right now. He's wasting Marines, it looks like.
Oh man, it looks like the Marines are falling. More Zerglings coming out. One sunken is going to fall. Only one sunken left, but the second one's about to pop and the Mutas come back.
Yeah, it's okay because the Mutas went back, but well, Terran still lost his entire force.
Now they
also didn't take that much economic damage.
Yeah, so the attack, even though he lost all the Marines, it did buy some time to at least rebuild this turret, although it's actually not quite going to finish. Just not enough time here, and now he's got to bring these Marines back, but as you mentioned, this architecture at the natural is kind of annoying to get the Marines back. There were definitely some adjustments made on more recent maps. I think even like Circuit Breaker originally had a not so nice mineral layout at the natural, and they actually changed it in an update to make it better for Terran, like give them more space for turrets and stuff like that. So
yeah, that might be true. I'm not familiar with it, but probably is if you heard it.
Now, it's interesting, the Zerg player went all the way to the top right corner to take his third instead of like the slightly closer gas base. I guess it sort of makes sense because this gas base is like
well, isn't the... Yeah, I guess it makes sense. And I think that the other gas is more vulnerable.
Yeah. It's hard for me to comment because I don't think I've commented on like any games on this map before. Maybe like one random game from I don't know when, but it's all new and exciting to me. Oh, we got some lurkers morphing in the middle of the map, but they're gonna get caught. They're gonna get caught, but the Marines are running past. They need to focus the lurkers. Oh, heavy damage to the Mutas. Yeah, nice. They don't actually grab the lurkers though. Oh, they do make one lurker egg disappear. Alright, looks like the Marines, where are they heading? They're coming back down to the natural. They were going towards a third. The third is actually fairly undefended except for the lurkers.
Well, for the lurkers, but 3 lurkers already positioned and barreled can...
Oh wait, is there no other entrance to this base? Oh, I guess he'd have to go all the way around the top side of the map to get in here. if he doesn't
Yeah,
want to
so
go
I
in
also
there.
think that's part of why it's a good location to take first.
Yep.
For the Zerg.
It's like a bit of a Mutaling counterattack, but only gets the bunker and wastes most of the units. And now the Marines are going in here. Presumably he did scan, so he sees these lurkers here. Yeah, so the Marines immediately turning around. He knows there's pretty much no way for him to break these 3 lurkers right there, even though they're not perfectly positioned.
It's a little too gas saturated in the expansion also. Doesn't really make a big difference. Still though.
Oh, he fixed 1. There's still 4 there. Oh well, it's good enough. Alright, let's see. Hive is halfway done. And what does the Terran have? He's got his starport on the way, siege mode as well. Interestingly, fairly late siege mode. I guess it makes sense since he went for the fast +1 build. But he is actually going to get that eventually, rather than just skipping straight to like double starport science vessels, the SK Terran style. Which, admittedly, is like ridiculously hard to actually pull off mechanically, so makes sense that he's going for some siege tanks.
It is. I think SK Terran is like fine for the first attack.
Yeah.
But after that it just falls apart unless you are really, really good.
Unless you're a Korean pro gamer, basically.
Yeah, basically. Or select few non-Korean player ever. Now I think it depends on whether sidestepking is gonna notice the Marines coming around the top. Like I think that when he defends with the lurkers like this, he really also depends on having some overlord spotting the top corridor, because right now he's like gonna be completely undefended except the Nidus canal, which is about to finish.
Oh man, this is actually gonna be really close. The Nidus canal's
Yeah,
about to pop. Really, is that the exit or is that the entrance? Does he have another side to it already?
No,
that's the first side already.
Entrance, so
oh god.
It's not good, no good.
Oh my god, but the Marines have stopped. If he runs in and stims and grabs the Nidus, this base is gonna fall. He does! He's gonna grab the Nidus falls, and that means this base is gonna die. The 3 lurkers are gonna come back, but they're not in the best position. With 1 scan, he will get all 3.
Oh, you almost got to witness the double damage lurker there. Really close.
Almost. Oh man, the units are going in though. He's not focusing the hatchery. The hatchery is 50 health. He can just finish the hatchery. Oh! Oh my god, he realized at the last second there. If he was 2 seconds later, he actually would not have gotten that hatchery.
Yeah. Still, he actually got like 700 minerals from Vespine from the geyser already. So he does kind of... Zerg is in a decent position. And supplies are fairly even.
82, 83. Wow, you're right. I actually didn't notice. I would have thought the Terran would be more ahead. Looks like he's actually mining about his own back here so he can more easily defend the third. But
yeah, well, I basically think that Zerg had a pretty big advantage until he lost the expansion.
Yeah.
And Terran has 1-1 against 0-0 with no Zerg upgrades coming. That's also very good for Terran. Or I guess you actually have care base coming for Zerg, so scratch that.
Yeah, but it's a little ways away. Hold that thought though, because Dark Swarm is out.
That was a really good swarm.
Oh man, he's gonna grab both of the siege tanks do fall. Very, very nice.
Now, if he manages to like land the swarm next to the bunker, then no, he didn't go far enough forward. Looks like he could have been pressuring the natural from this position.
Oh, that's a good point actually. But decides instead to go for the 3rd siege tank. The Marines are actually going to run past. They're going to run around the lurkers under Dark Swarm and cut off reinforcements. There's a bunch of lurker Ling in the middle of the map right now. It looks like they're going to engage in the middle, but the Dark Swarm is a little bit late. They're just running into each other. What is going on? Everyone's on move command. You're on move command. Oh my god.
Well, he gets 1 defiler in the end.
That was amazing. Everyone was on move.
Some circlings.
Oh my goodness. Alright then. Oh wait, did we have a drop here? I think we had a drop with a natural or something. Somehow there's some Marines
definitely.
Here.
I didn't notice it either.
Okay. It looks like it got taken care of, but the drones had to evacuate for a little bit. And actually, Terran's ahead in supplies, 78 against 72, even though he just lost a whole bunch of units for no good reason.
Yeah, well, he has had fairly good production, even though all the Marie or barracks are idle right now. But when I've been looking at them earlier, they have been blinking.
Oh god, that's a lot of lurkers running in.
You really don't want to attack with this many lurkers without
Dark Swarm,
because it's often a huge waste. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my god, he doesn't even run away. He just re-burrows. Yeah, suicides the lurker.
Just lost like 1,200 gas, at least there.
Now we have 79 to 50. Look at that, almost a 30 supply drop right there for the Zerg player, and Terran lost almost nothing. So Terran now in good position. He's also got his men are only mining away now, so it's sort of even bases between the two. Of course, when you're going bio, you don't care too much about the third gas, or not as much as other strategies. So going for the mineral only base is just fine. Oh, look at that, going for 7 barracks now.
Yeah, and I also think it's harder to defend any of your like further bases.
Yep.
When you're going bio than when you're placing mines everywhere.
Yep. That is indeed true. I wonder, would you think like a late game mech switch on this map is like mandatory, like it is on a lot of other maps in TVZ nowadays?
Well, I mean, like this map was mostly played during an era where people didn't do the mech switch.
Exactly, exactly. Oh wait, we got a Zergling attack here, the third, gonna kill quite a few SCVs actually.
Yeah, and in general, I think the mech switch is so superior to staying with SK.
Yeah.
That I think it would probably be much better here also.
Alright,
but
makes sense.
I mean, it's not necessarily something you have to do.
Oh, we got a D-Matrix Marine. Is he gonna do the Boxer? Oh, he's drawing most of the Sunken Fire.
Canals,
but nothing coming out. Could you imagine if those were just the same Nidus? That was just like the entrance and the exit?
He's actually saving himself with the reinforcements from the second Nidus, so it was clutch.
Nice, nice. The double Nidus strat.
Yeah.
Does he have a lurker under here? He doesn't. Okay. Oh, now he does. And he's actually going for a 4th base. Wow, both of those Nidus actually were to the top right, I think, because there's like 2 dead buildings.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's
they were to the same base. Wow, okay, that's interesting.
Normally not recommendable, but it did work out in this. So.
Interesting.
Does he have plague yet?
It's not researching. I don't know. Oh, we got some Scourge coming in? No, we don't. Never mind. Alright, looks like... Oh, what? He could have actually got that vessel if he hit the one at the front. Oh, well. Anyway, Zerg now having a severe gas shortage, as you can see, 1,000 minerals banked, but 0 gas. Terran actually in the opposite situation. Meanwhile, he's actually going to kill this fresh base from the Zerg. Pretty much nothing here to defend. I think he should just cancel these creeps. No point letting them finish. And a few paltry Zerglings coming in here, but without any lurkers or dark swarm.
But it's the wrong kind.
Yep. Indeed. Looks like a few random Zerglings intercepting some medics.
He does have plague. He managed to figure it out.
Wait, has anything been plagued?
No.
Because there is a huge clump of vessels here that he could totally plague. They're actually trying to erase her, but they're not doing it right. They're not moving. They're not moving.
He's erasing Marines now.
Alright, nice.
Killed one. I still think Terran is gonna...
Oh, he's erasing the medic. Oh my goodness. Oh wait, are we gonna see the dying shot? Oh. Alright, well Zerg is pretty dead now. Oh! Yeah, and he has left the game.
No GG.
So nG.glio Bird will take the first game of the day and advance to the round of 16, I believe. Yeah, I think that was a round of 32 game. So very well played by him. Interesting. Ride of Valkyries for our first game of the day. Nothing too crazy on the map though. It's a fairly standard strategies from both players. You know, 3H Muta versus
and it is a fairly, even though you have the weird, like both players starting in the top, in the bottom rather than opposite sides. Design, then it's still a fairly straightforward map where you take your natural and you build units.
Indeed.
There's nothing too crazy about it.
Indeed. We just need to see a Rush Hour 3 game now. Oh man. Wait, what was the other one?